everyone. Benjamin Lindsay here, managing editor at Backstage. Hope this finds you well this morning. You're joining me as part of our Backstage Live programming via the Slate. As you all know by now, the Slate is our ongoing video series you can watch from anywhere to learn all you need to know about the craft and business of acting from casting directors, industry insiders, and of course actors through Instagram takeovers, Q&As, live stream seminars, and interactive group classes. So, of course, we've been doing this for the past year or so. For more on the Slate and upcoming calendar of programming, be sure to head over to backstage.com/magazine where we keep that updated for you week to week. Today we're speaking with Matthias Schweighöfer from Netflix and Zack Snyder's new film Army of the Dead. As one of the biggest movie stars in his native Germany, the Grime Award winner's last 10 films have all reached #1 at the box office. Really incredible feat there. He's led the German language Amazon Prime series You Are Wanted as producer, director, and star. Now he's slated to also star and direct in the Army of the Dead spinoff, Army of Thieves. So we have plenty to talk about today. Super excited to get to know him a little bit and help introduce him to American audiences. So without further ado, I'll pull him up here and we can get to chatting. See here. Matthias, I see you here. I'm gonna send a request.
I'm so sorry. It's crazy. Sometimes I feel so old,
You're absolutely fine. I'm glad we could work it out. And thank you for the speedy recovery. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. That was great. I was like, okay, what was wrong? Okay. Oh no, I have to do an update. Oh no, yeah. Oh my God. So yeah.
All good.
Welcome.
All good. You're calling in from Germany, is that right?
You're from Germany, Berlin. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for making the time for us today. I really do appreciate it. I'm in Brooklyn, New York myself, but a big fan of this movie. I just had the chance to watch it earlier this week. So how about you tell us about it? How did this opportunity first come about to play this role, work with Zack Snyder? It seems like an awesome opportunity for any actor.
Yeah, that's a long story. Oh my God. My agent, my American agent called me the other day and said, there will be a casting for a movie called Army of the Dead. Can you please put yourself on tape? And I said, yes, of course, I can do this. And then I received the mail, and I will never forget, it said, it was written, filmed by Zack Snyder, directed by Zack Snyder, written by Zack Snyder, and was like, oh my God. And the story, the story with Zack, all my movies, I'm a director here in Germany too, and all my movies I directed, when I had a second unit, I always told them, hey guys, there's a movie called Man of Steel, and the second unit in Man of Steel is amazing. So please always, I always gave them the film and all the bits and pieces. I liked the atmosphere and and the visionary styles and so Zack was always part of my life. So and then the call, I did the self tape, and then my agent called me and said after 5 weeks later, you're in. And then Zack called me and said, welcome to the show. And I was like, oh my freaking God, what the is going on?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And awesome that you kind of have that full circle moment with Zack. You've always been a fan, not only a fan, but kind of cited him in your own work. So what was it like to actually work with him and be acting for him?
Thank you for asking. It was he's a fantastic human being. He's cool, it was crazy, to be on set with Dave Bautista. He's a wonderful actor, and I was a huge fan, and still a huge fan, and with the whole cast. But Zack was always very open-minded and had all these crazy ideas, which everyone can see on Friday on Netflix. So because my character was, and I was so happy. It's a German safecracker. It's not a historic piece. It's a German nerdy safecracker, handsome dude, but it's a very handsome guy. But he's so much, and he's so much fun. And Zack was like, okay, what do you think? Okay, prep, do some improv. I love it. And then most of the time he said, no, I don't want to have that in my film, but this idea is great and that idea is fantastic. So he's like open-minded, heartful, a great human being, and a cool director.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what can you tell us? I think it's so cool. Obviously, you mentioned that you're also a director, a producer in your native Germany. Now you're attached as director for this film spin-off.
Yeah.
Is that in the early stages of production, or where are you at with that?
Actually, I just left my editing room, and I think, it's the picture lock is not far. So I shot a movie the last 6 weeks in London, and we did ADR on the film. So post-production is going on. So, and it's a film about the Dieter man.
Yes, yeah.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's definitely my personal standout character in this film. So I'm happy that he gets his own spin-off.
Thank you.
Now, I know that let's rewind to the beginning a bit, because I know that you've been acting for longer than you haven't been, basically. And is it right that you were born to a family of actors? You were kind of born into the profession?
Yes, my dad is an actor. My mom, stepmom, grandparents, everyone is like in the theater business, and everyone has a very big ego. especially the most horrible time of the year is Christmas, when they all meet up, like, I did this and I did that, and here you can see me, and look at this, that's a great picture of me 30 years ago when I played the main lead on that. That's but it's really interesting and so much fun.
So was it always kind of the natural line of events for you to become an actor? Was that always in the cards for you?
Yeah. To be honest, I grew up in the cafeteria of a theater every day. When school was over or when kindergarten was over, I went to the theater because my parents were there and they worked there. So I spent, I think, 16 years of my life in the theater. So yeah. But I was attached to film biz, everything started on the stage, and I loved playing on the stage and being a theater actor. But when the wall came down, because I was born in the east of Germany, when the wall came down and all the Americanism swept over to Germany, I was like, oh my God, Fresh Prince, oh my God, Lethal Weapon, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, Ridley Scott, they do movies about aliens. That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah.
So it was you were bit by the bug very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So when did directing and really making your own work in that way, when did that take a hold, in addition to the theater work and then eventually the screen acting that you were doing?
Yesterday, I gave an interview for a German journal, and they were asking me, like, zombie film, do you like that genre? And why did you do the prequel? And then I said, because it is genre. We don't have that much genre in Germany.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, when I founded my company, it was like, Germany was, well, you could earn box office stuff while doing comedy for the theaters, or like really serious art house films, but really nothing in between. And now with all the streaming services and with all that stuff, every nation can go more international, bigger, wider audiences. And so 10 years ago, I thought, no, I want to do genre. I want to have the opportunity to say, hey, there is a UFO landing in the Berlin-Brandenburg Gate. What do you think about that? Everyone would say, you're fucking crazy. Shut up. Go home. but I thought, no, I want to produce, I want to create and my own universe. And so that was the first step of being more international.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What in terms of working on this film and any other English language things that you've done, what's the biggest challenge for you to kind of find the emotional performance and really zero in on the English language aspect of it? Is that just an added challenge to your performance?
No, to be honest, it's the same with music, you know? If I would sing in German, like, heute ist ein geiler Tag, you know, you would say, wow, that's a really, but the translation is today is a beautiful day, you know, and it's like, it sounds more, the vowels are different, and it's the same with acting. To act in English, it's so much fun. It sounds weird, I think, for an English-speaking audience too, because I have an accent or people with accent. But I think it's getting more interesting. But English is fantastic. I love English. You know, English is I'm like a huge fan of the English language. So, and with acting, it's so cool. You can put so much love and energy and empathy in just one word or one tiny sentence, but it means the world. We don't have that in German, you know. It's like, you know, okay, one scene in German, it's always crazy when you say, like, totally pathetic. You say, ich liebe dich. This is German for, but if you say, hey, I love you, this sounds like really cool. But imagine every day you have to say, hey, ich liebe dich.
Yeah.
It sounds so, you know.
It's a little different. It's a little different. Yeah, fair enough. Well, as a final question for you, I know that I love that you work behind the camera as much as you do in front of it. You have your own production company. For actors who want to kind of take that agency in their own career and to make their own work, what's the number one piece of advice that you would offer them out there?
I think first, it's not about being a star or well known. You have something you really have to tell, and don't be afraid. That's because it's a hard work. It's hard work, and you really have to focus on, because the only tool you have is yourself. So you have to work on that, and I think, you know, if you have something to tell, then it's always good because you have a goal, you know, and it's not about, hey, I want to be well known and rich, and because with that, I think it's really hard, because that's a weird goal when you don't have something to tell. But when you have something to tell, you always fight for the right thing, and because this is make yourself happy. Yeah, and then. That's what I think it's all about, you know, to be happy.
So is that kind of how you narrow down the work that you want to do? What makes you happy? Just the stories that you want to tell?
Yeah, and to spend, you know, especially when you spend time with creative people, or, you know, if you're away from home for 4, 5, 6 months, and every day you are on set for 14, 15 hours, it must be worth it, you know, because that's your life. The time, you will not have the time back. It's just, it has to be worth it, or it's like so much hard work that you even find yourself and find your inner person, that it always has to be a challenge, you know, and it's so being happy it's a great thing for me, because we only have one life, and it must be filled with joy and pleasure.
Yeah, you got to make it worth it. All the hard work, it's got to be worth it. Absolutely. Well, Matthias, it's been great to get to know you a little bit. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Congratulations on Army of the Dead. And now I can't wait for Army of Thieves. It's going to be a good one.
And the good thing is we will see us on Army on Thieves. I'm so excited, you know? Yeah. Isn't that cool? We will see us again.
Yeah, we'll get more Dieter in no time. I can't wait.
That's right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Stay well, and we'll be in touch.
Have a wonderful day. Greetings to New York. Thank you.
Yes, you have a wonderful day as well. Enjoy your
Bye.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.